Welcome and welcome to yet another episode on Little Slaw YouTube channel. In our previous video, we saw about how to add a file in Git and how to stage from the unstage and then to commit the file. So today we'll see that there is a scenario where you have added a file which is not required to be added, or you need to move a file from a stage to the unstaged change to the folder, the unstaged folder, and to make again some change and then again send it back to the commit area. And there is one more scenario where we have committed a file, but still we have to reset the file and to make changes in it, and then again send it back to commit stage. So it might look too complex, but it's actually very simple. So let's see that in our video today. And before we proceed to the video, this is me, Rasan Shanmugam. Please do subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed yet. Comment, like, and share the video. So first, before we start, let's create some files. And before creating files, let's see whether our directory is clean. So here we can see by using the git status, we could see that there's nothing to commit and the working tree is very clean, and we'll confirm the same with the git GUI. So let's run the rescan, which is the similar command to the git status. And let's now add the file. So to do that, we will create touch and git reset file 1. And let's create one more file, which is git reset file 2. ls. So here we can see different files. So let's do a git status. And here we can see two files. One is git reset file 1 and the other one is git reset file 2, and they are not yet added and still they are untracked. So let's validate the same here. When we do a rescan, so here we can see our two files, the git reset file 1 and git reset file 2. So let's now add those files. So in many of the scenarios, even in our previous video, we saw about a command where if we enter git-add and a dot symbol, will add all the files, or even git reset file star symbol would use that regular expression and take all the files. So we'll do that one. So git-add and git reset file star. So that will add all the files. So let's check that. So here we can see both the files have been added in this scenario. So here we can see both the files have been added and they have changed to green. Let's confirm the same with our git GUI. So we'll do a git status, which is the rescan. And here we can see both the files are moved to the stage changes in the green area. But at this point of time, you have come to know that you have to make some changes with this git reset file 2. So how to do that? It's already in the commit area, and we will see whether we can make some changes in it. So we'll enter touch, or we will do them git reset file 2, and we'll make some changes in here. Git status. And here we can see that there are some modifications. So when we do this, that is modifying the file, which is in the commit area. So here we can see the file is in commit area, and here we can see, so there are two changes. So one is in the unstaged change and one is in the git status change. Let's do git status. So here we can see that there are two files in the staged area and one file in the unstaged area. So let's add this file as well. Let's see the git status. And here we can see the files which are in state change. So let's go to the Git GUI and we'll do a rescan. And here we can see there is line 1 that has been added. But there is another scenario where you do not want your file, which is the git reset file to the committed area. So how do you remove the file from the staged area to the unstaged area? So for that, we have git reset and enter the file name, which is git reset file 2. And this will move the file from the staged area to the unstaged area. And here we can see git reset file 1 is still in the committed area and git reset file 2 has moved from the staged area to the untracked files. And now let's add this file again. And let's see git status here. So what if that we just run git reset? And let's see what happens when we just do a git reset. And let's see the git status. So here we can see if we enter the git reset without any specific file. So what happens is both the files have got moved to the untracked file, which is both the files have moved to the unstaged. So let's even see that here. So if we click a rescan, so we can see both the files have moved to the unstaged area. So let's now add and commit those files. So we will see the condition of the status of the files. So far the files have not been into the tracked status or they have not been tracked yet. So let's add all the files and let's see the status now, and they are tracked now. And let's even rescan it here, and all the files have moved to the staged area. So let's now commit the files now with the message committing the git reset files. This is going to be the message. Let's do a git status. Both the files are committed and the working tree is very clean. But now your boss or your colleague tells you that you have to make some feature changes in the git reset file, or you have missed something which you personally know only after you do the commit. So let's try the git reset command now to reset the file 2. And let's see what is the status. So the git reset 2 file cannot be touched after it has been committed. So what is the solution, or how are we going to make changes to the reset file 2 after it has been committed? So we have an option to do that. So before that, we will do a git log. So we will see about what is git log and what are the various features and uses of git log in a separate video, because it has a huge potential in it and it really helps you to understand a lot. So for now, let's run a git log one line. So this will tell us what is the recent commit. So here we can see this was the recent commit that we have did, that is committing the git reset files. And this was the commit that we did, and the master is pointing towards this head. So let's now reset the file. So to do that, we will have to do a git reset head and a caret symbol and 1. So this will reset our recent head, which is the first reset, the first head. So when we enter it, and we will do another git log one line, and we can compare what has happened. So here we can see, so after we made this git reset head caret 1, so the head has changed its pointer from this location to this previous test location. So which means whatever commit that we have made or whatever files we have committed, it will get reset. So let's check that. So let's do git status. And here we can see both the files that we have committed have now come to the untracked area, that is not even being put up in the tracked changes that have moved from the commit area to the untracked area. So let's do a rescan, and here we can see it is not when after we do a git reset. So it looks like it has been moved to the unstaged. So whatever files we make, any changes, the latest changes before or the last change before we commit will be there, but it will move to the unstaged area. So now here we can make any changes. Say for example, if I want to make some changes in here, so let's open the file, it is a file 2, and let's enter line 2. Save it. Let's save this now. So here we can see. So far we saw how to reset a file which has not been committed. And then we saw another scenario where we have committed the files, but still we have brought the files back to the untracked area and we made the changes. And let's commit them. So we have added those files and now they are tracked. So let's look that. So we are moving to the git rescan area, which is the stage changes. And here we can see the line 1 is there and line 2 has been added. And let's now do a commit to close this change. The second commit change. So these files are committed now. Let's do a git status. The working tree is clean and there's nothing to commit. And let's go to the git log, which is very important here. So now we can see that the previous head, which was there, which we have made for the first time, has been totally removed from the log. And this was the one previously to our commit. So after this, so when we do a git reset with the head _1 symbol, so that head has been moved and we have a new commit here. And this is pointing now. So far we have seen about, we have created a file, we have staged it, and when we want to unstage it or when we want to make any changes, we can do an unstage by doing a reset to the file before the commit by directly entering the file name. But once we make it or once we commit it, we cannot reset using the file name. So for that, we have to move the head to the previous head so that we can unstage the changes. And for that, we have to use git reset head _1. So that was a symbol that we have used. And by using that, we made the change. And now here we can see the new changes have been committed. And with this, we have come to the end for this video. We will meet with another interesting video in our next session. Until then, it's bye-bye from Vasant Shanmugam and Little Slaw.